Welcome to the Blooming League of Original Podcast.
Welcome to this episode of Season 2 of And the EGOT Goes To, a breakdown and predictions podcast for the major US-based award shows. Today we continue our second season with our coverage of the 77th Tony Awards and the 2023 Broadway season. I'm your host, Spencer, and with me is our panel.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I see a lot of theater. I talk about it on TikTok, Instagram, all of the platforms, and I'm really excited about this season.
Hi, I'm Kate. Theater is my life, and I love seeing it, and I cannot wait to talk about the season, which is overwhelming in the best kind of way.
Hi, I am JT, and I do NYC. I am obsessed with theater. I will see anything once, and I am super excited about this season.
Today, we will be discussing the acting in a play categories in addition to the Tony Honors for Excellence in Theater. We're going to start by talking about the Tony Honors. They are awarding it to 5 people this year. Wendell K. Harrington for projection design, Colleen Jennings Rogersnack for her unwavering dedication to promoting artists and advancing equity, diversity, inclusion, and access in the theater, Judith O. Rubin's passionate advocacy for culture, the Dramatists Guild Foundation for its life-changing support to theater writers, and the Friedman Health Center's commitment to the wellness of the community. We're going to start by talking a little bit about Wendell K. Harrington. Her work has been seen on Broadway, including Paradise Square, Annie, All the Way, Driving Miss Daisy, Grey Gardens, In My Life, The Good Body, Drowning Crow, They're Playing Our Song, The Elephant Man, among others. And in 1993, she designed the projections for the original production of The Who's Tommy.
Which, and correct me if I'm wrong, but was The Who's Tommy not the first Broadway production to majorly use projections?
That sounds right.
Like, that's always how it's been in my head. I do not know if that's accurate, but that's always been like, I mean, I guess not, because she did projection design way before then. So that can't be correct.
Yeah. Projection designer on Broadway's 1976 production of They're Playing Our Song. So,
like, what? Well, for They're Playing Our Song, she's credited as a multi-image producer, which is fascinating to me. So it's got to be like I'm very curious.
We have Colleen Jennings Rogersnack, who is Vice President for Cultural Affairs at ASU and Executive Director of ASU Gamage. Serves on the League's Board of Governors as Vice Chair of the Road, and is Arizona's only Tony voter. Fun fact.
Arts education is important. Go, Colleen. This next one is a win for Stereophonic.
Yes. Judith O. Rubin has served as chair as Playwrights Horizons, the National Council on the Arts, and the New York State Council on the Arts. Has been a member of the Tony Awards Administration Committee and the American Theater Wing. This June, she steps down as board chair of Playwrights Horizons after a remarkable 32-year tenure, ending with, of course, a win for Stereophonic.
That is a wild show to end on. Just like, I mean, technically, I guess she ended with Teeth, which is also a wild show.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Or Staff Meal. But yeah, that's a wild, like, perfect season, perfect final season. Well done.
And Wet Brain was also, and Wet Brain's getting like so many nominations on the off-Broadway like circuit. So good for her. We love playwrights. They've done some of my favorite theater over the last couple of years.
Literally.
Next, we have the Dramatists Guild Foundation, which is a national charity that fuels the future of American theater by supporting the writers and composers who create it. We love writers and composers. They should be supported.
Sure. Sorry, I was just thinking how we just sound like PBS right now. Special thanks to the Dramatists Foundation.
I didn't know that Andrew Lippa is the president of the Dramatist Guild Foundation.
Is he really?
Yeah, that's what it says. Next, we have the Samuel J. Friedman Health Center for the Performing Arts, which is the medical care provider for New York City's entertainment community. Is this just the Actors Fund home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it not?
No, I that's what I'm assuming.
Because weren't they also part of like the graphic that?
Oh, it's the Entertainment
Tony
Community
Awards.
Fund, which is the old.
Yeah. That's switched over like 2 years ago.
So we're going to go ahead and start talking about our actors in a play.
Woo, sounds good.
We're going to start with featured actress in a play. The nominees are Quincy Tyler Bernstein for Doubt, a Parable, Juliana Canfield for Stereophonic, Celia Keenan Bolger for Mother Play, Sarah Pigeon for Stereophonic, and Kara Young for Pearly Victorious. I would love to see Kara get it. You know, third time's the charm, maybe.
Yeah.
I hope so. You know, obviously I'm rooting for the Stereophonic women, but I kind of hope Kara pulls this one out.
I think Kara is like very beloved, and I think everyone like recognizes that this is her time. And yeah.
Yeah, I'm on that same train. I think that the time has come.
But if it goes to Sarah, I won't be sad. If
No,
it goes to
I-
Juliana, I won't be sad. But I think if we pick a Stereophonic woman, it's going to be Sarah Pigeon here.
Yeah. Correct. I agree.
I mean, yeah, just
Maybe
literally.
we- Featured actor in a play. We have Will Brill, Eli Gelb, and Tom Basinka for Stereophonic, Jim Parsons for Mother Play, and Corey Stoll for Appropriate.
Look, if we're being honest, I kind of think the Stereophonic men split this and Corey Stoll takes the win. Because
No.
how do you pick? How do you
Will
pick?
Brill. It's Will Brill. It's Will Brill.
Yeah.
Not even another answer. It's Will Brill.
See, I think it's Eli. I think it's Eli Gelb.
I think Will is, well, like he's so. The thing is, my reason for Will, outside of the fact that I actually think that he deserves it, is that I think he also he is beloved in the industry. He has been working in this industry for a very long time. He knows people from all over the industry. Like I just feel like he is like really loved, and that's why. But also, I think,
Corey Stoll's also been around for
right? No. I meant from the Stereophonic boys.
Yeah,
That's what
that's
I meant
fair.
from the three of them. But no, I mean Corey's very, very good. I would not be upset with Corey winning. Has he won before?
I don't think so. I don't even think he's been nominated.
Was he
Maybe.
first?
And I gotta be honest, I'm shocked that Jim Parsons was nominated here.
Me too.
I'm not. Oh, I'm not. I feel like it's like Tony fodder. Dying of AIDS?
Well-
Are you kidding me? That's like that's like automatic winning a Tony. Like not winning, but getting nominated. That's like they
Spoiler
love-
alert for Paula Vogel's life.
Sorry. Like and I'm not saying he wasn't good in it, but I'm saying that like it is literally like
Yeah, he
They-
was him.
gets to play Jim Parsons and then he gets sick and dies, which is like literally like Tony's voters are like, feed me more trauma, give it to us.
Well, and he starts by playing a 14-year-old.
Yes, they love. Again, if Celia, I don't think she wins, but Celia in back-to-back Tony nominations playing a small child on stage as an adult woman.
Well, she's been doing that her entire career.
I know, but now she's like in her 40s.
Corey Stoll has never been nominated for a Tony. So there
Okay,
you go.
I'm not mad about him winning. I do really like him, but I would really like.
I could also make a case for Tom, who I think is utterly fantastic and has to be the biggest asshole.
Yes.
I don't know. It's hard.
Leading actress in a play. We have Betsy Adam for Prayer for the French Republic, Jessica Lange for Mother Play, Rachel McAdams for Mary Jane, Sarah Paulson for Appropriate, and Amy Ryan for Doubt.
A lot of star power in this category. And I've only seen one of these shows. But from what I have heard, I don't know where this is gonna go. Like, because everyone is like, I haven't heard anything bad about either of those three middle ones. I haven't heard anything bad. I'm sure there's some bad things out there, but I haven't heard anything bad. I've heard nothing but rave reviews about all of them. So I don't know.
I think it's Sarah Paulson's to lose. Like
Yeah.
I don't see, and actually, I don't see a world in which anyone who is not Sarah Paulson, unless Sarah Paulson recuses herself from the category.
Rachel McAdams is great.
Really good, really, really wonderful. I'm glad Broadway debut.
Would love to see her on Broadway more. This is Sarah Paulson's to lose.
I'd like to make an argument for Betsy in this category.
You can do that. She doesn't have a prayer in the French Republic.
No, correct. But her performance was incredible. And I would just like that to be said and on the record. Because it truly is As was Rachel McAdams. I thought she was very good in Mother Play. Nope. I thought she was very good in Mary Jane.
Which was about a mother. And
Yeah.
it was a play. So you're not wrong.
Yeah. Hey, here's one where Stereophonic won't win.
The one we just did.
No, we just did. No, leading actress and leading actor. I think
leading
they are
actor,
going to
that's true.
lose.
Two
Yeah.
whole categories.
Leading actor in a play. We have William Jackson Harper for Uncle Vanya, Leslie Odom Jr. for Pearly Victorious, Liev Schreiber for Doubt, a Parable, Jeremy Strong for An Enemy of the People, and Michael Stuhlbarg for Patriots. Now, this is the only nomination for Patriots, which I was a little shocked by. I really liked Patriots.
And I like the design more than the acting, but
But yeah, I think this is between Liev and Leslie.
That's 100%.
I don't know. William Jackson Harper was fantastic in a very mid production.
I did not find him that good, but I don't know. I didn't find him bad. I just was kind of like the part seemed too small to be lead. But I guess there's not really any like other than like I don't know who's the lead in that show, to be honest.
I think he's on stage more than Liev Schreiber in Doubt.
Yeah, I guess. I
And
really want
honestly, Jeremy Strong. It's kind of like the year of the
Jeremy Strong's in the show a lot, I feel like.
he is, but like there's moments where it's literally just
Yeah.
Michael Imperioli.
I mean, if we're going by that, then it's either Michael or Leslie. If we're going by Tom on stage, actually Michael wins because his show is 2.5 hours long and he's in basically 95% of it.
I don't think we go based on
I
that.
don't
I just
think-
think
yeah,
William
yeah.
Jackson Harper is still a contender.
It is wild because it's like these are like we have it's like I would say other than Leslie, which is kind of funny because Leslie to me is like a huge name. He's probably the smallest name, like the least famous person on this list in terms of like general world knowledge. Like like my parents loved. I always think about like who my parents would know. My parents would know the other 4 people, and they wouldn't know Leslie unless I was like he was in Hamilton. They'd be like, oh yeah, we watched that on Disney Plus.
Well, well, that's where I would make the argument. Like, I think he's more well known than William Jackson Harper.
People love The Good Place.
No, I know, but everyone knows Hamilton.
That's not true. I mean, but I think you're wrong. I think
Everybody knows the good plays,
right? I'm like
what?
we like, but they would not know. People know who William Jackson Harper is by name. They would not know who Leslie Odom Jr. is by name.
If we're going off of parents, my mother calls him Cheaty every time she sees him. Could not tell you his name.
But could not tell you who Leslie Odom Jr. is.
Yes, she could.
Okay, well, but I think you're too Gen. This is a Gen Z take.
But I think if you're like talking about that is like I think Leslie Odom Jr. is well known. He's also been in a bunch of like
No, but
big
again,
movies.
the reason I think he's going to be like, I think it's going to go to Leslie. I think he deserves it. I think this is a show that he is phenomenal in. That was by his like on his face and on his name, and it was entirely his show. But I don't know.
I also think it's a category that's not who's the most well-known name. It's who's the best actor in a leading role in a play.
That doesn't matter, Kate.
In which case, yeah, it's Leslie Odom Jr. You know what? Shout out to Jeremy Strong for getting covered in ice every night.
He's my favorite Jeremy Strong story is from them when they shot the promo footage or the promo image. The image of the cover of Enemy of the People is Jeremy Strong covered in water,
like
right?
water, yeah.
In water. They shot that and they were going to just shoot Jeremy and then they were going to shoot the water and they were just going to Photoshop it. And Jeremy said, no, I'm getting in the dunk tank. And they said, no, you don't have to get in the dunk tank. And he said, no, I'm getting in the dunk tank. And so that photo is not a Photoshop photo. That is Jeremy Strong in a dunk tank because he is a method actor who's a nut. And he got in the dunk tank and they shot the photo. And that is one of my favorite stories I've heard this season about how Jeremy Strong wanted to be in the dunk tank because he wanted it to be authentic.
It dramaturgically made sense.
Yes, it does.
I mean, and you have to admire someone like that. Like, I mean, a little crazy, but like
Do you?
someone who's that committed to their art.
Sure.
Jeremy Strong has one of my favorite moments of the last 5 years, which is that what's her face?
With Kathy and Jamie?
No, it was there's the Julie Klausner did a song about Jeremy Strong where she read the article about him being a method actor and she performed it in her one-woman show. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's all about Jeremy Strong being crazy. And I cried.
Very interesting categories, both talking about stereophonic here, celebrities. It's stereophonic and the celebrities.
That's what the play acting category is gonna round up to.
Way to not consider Sarah Pigeon, star of The Wilds, a celebrity.
Well, she's included in the stereophonic section of that.
Yeah, she's so good. I just I can't get over how good she was. I feel like it's.
I was
Wild.
listening to that album all day yesterday.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I call the album Stereophonic 2.
You can join us next week for our conversation about design of a musical and direction of a musical. You can follow all of us on Instagram and Twitter and the three panelists on TikTok. And you can follow the show at EGOT_podcast on Instagram and Twitter.